This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers safe web browsing and allows you to view geo-restricted content with the click of a button. Use the link in the description below to get the first 3 months free on a 12-month subscription.
Welcome back, race fans, to Marble Circuits 2022. I'm Jeremiah, here to welcome you to the Catalonia Grand Prix. In the qualifying, we saw what type of chaos the tight hairpin in this track can cause. A new feature of this series these marbles are definitely going to have to adjust to in this race. Just a friendly reminder that this video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Their service allows you to watch movies and videos that are normally not accessible in your country with a click of a button. Link in the description. Bamona sits on pole position, being followed by Sparky and Big Dogs. How will these marbles be able to do in this race? Big Dogs is the only marble out of these three that have ever won a race, sitting in 3rd place, with Black Pirates in 4th place. He's doing well and having a comeback in this season. Gold Piston is in 5th, our pole sitter from last race. We'll have to see how he does in this race as well. Some of the big names in the season so far, such as Arrow Frog, Loose Wheel, Night Rivers, are all sitting right next to each other right in the middle of the starting grid. Pink Pearl is having a hard time as well, being near the back of the field, to see if she's going to be able to have a comeback, being the champion of last race. Here are some stats about our pole sitter Mamonas. As we look at the full standings, he sits in 8th place in the standings. He has never won a race in the history of Marble Circuits. The highest he's placed in this season is 4th, with the lowest being 12th in last race. He finished last place, which is definitely a hard place to finish. And he's trying to make the most of this race, sitting in pole position after having a good qualifying. We'll have to see if he is up to the pressure today here in Catalonia. The marbles are ready, and I think it's about time to start racing. And now, for race 5 of the Marble Circuits 2022 here in Catalonia. The lights are on, and we're off, with Sparky taking the lead right at the beginning of the race, as well as Big Dogs. And Mamonas takes the drag reduction zone, but luckily the drag reduction zone is disabled for the first lap. As we take the first look at this hairpin, which we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on for the remainder of this race, Pink Pearl has taken the lead. Sparky is coming in at 2nd. Mamonas has fallen down to 3rd. He has to try to catch back up and get back in 1st place right in this first lap already, but he is losing ground as Black Pirates takes 3rd place. Pink Pearl trying to have a 2nd win in a row. Is she going to have a major comeback in the second half of this season? We'll have to see as she takes the drag reduction zone there. She's facing a lot of pressure from these other marbles, as well as Mamonas, who takes 1st place there. She is now in 2nd place, and Sparky is in 3rd place. Mamonas is trying to take his first win of this entire series. He has not had a win in Season 1 or Season 2. We'll have to see how he does in this race as well. Arrow Frog is already up in 4th place, just as I was saying that Black Pirates takes 3rd place from him. Mamonas has now gotten the fastest lap, 31.220 time. To see if anyone else can get fastest lap. Every little point counts in this race. Black Pirates is facing some pressure from Big Dogs as we go through these meandering corners. Black Pirates also is trying to get his first win of this entire series. He's having a comeback in this race and this series as well. He started in 4th place on the starting grid. We'll have to see if he can catch up and make any more places. And now Big Dogs has taken back the fastest lap with the time of 30.52 or 532. And look at that, Arrow Frog gets stuck in the hairpin, getting rammed by multiple marbles. What a tragedy for Arrow Frog. He has really been a crash magnet in this season. And Black Pirates takes the lead from Mamonas. Black Pirates trying to take his first win, and Mamonas now is trying to take it back there neck and neck, but Black Pirates is still able to hold the lead as we enter the 5th lap. We have 12 laps today, so it's a shorter race in terms of numbers of laps, but it's a longer track. And another ram from behind from Big Dogs to Mamonas through that hairpin. It seems like it's kind of an inevitable part of the hairpin that we're going to have to see in this race. Black Pirates is extending himself here as Mamonas takes 2nd place back from Big Dogs. Mamonas has lost the lead since the start of the race, and he's having a hard time keeping it as he is trying to catch back up to Black Pirates, who is doing a good job at keeping the lead at this point. He does go through the drag rejection zone, but still, so does Momonas and Big Dogs. To go up the booster here through the hairpin, and Big Dogs is trying to catch up to Momonas. Big Dogs has had one victory of this series, winning race 1 of season 2. He wants to put another victory under his name. It's going to have to be hard because he has to try to pass Momonas and Black Pirates at this point. Pink Pearl is slowly coming up the standings, coming up in 6th now. She started way back down farther in the pack. As we go down this back straight here, Big Dogs has taken first place up the booster, with Black Pirates now putting some pressure on him. And Momonas passes Black Pirates. Good move through there. And now Momonas is putting some pressure on Big Dogs. And Momonas takes first place from Big Dogs there, and Big Dogs takes it right back. They are having a dogfight here for the first place. Momonas, the split between Momonas and Big Dogs is 0.9 seconds. We'll have to see if Big Dogs can extend that any longer, as Momonas takes a drag reduction zone there. Black Pirates is using that to his advantage and tries to catch back up, and Arrow Frog is now in 2nd place. A great move by Arrow Frog, using the hairpin to his advantage. After this tragedy in the hairpin before, he has learned how to use this correctly. Arrow Frog also wants another win in this season. He won race 2 of this season. He'll have to see how he does as well. The split is now 0.6 seconds behind Big Dog. Can Big Dogs be able to keep the lead for the remainder of the race? We only have 3 more laps to go, and Big Dogs will be champion. Black Pirates and Momonas, though, are still in the runnings. They want to be able to take this win as well, as we go through these meandering corners once again. Black Pirates is definitely thriving under his new leadership and crew chief after having a terrible first couple of races. We're still seeing that Fast 2 Pins is way back down in the bottom of the standings yet again. As we start the 10th lap here, 2 laps to go. Fast 2 Pins is still near the bottom of the pack. He really needs to think about following in Black Pirate's footsteps and rehire a new pit crew so he can be able to do better in these races. Big Dogs has extended the split. Now he's 1.29 seconds, almost 0.3 in front of Arrow Frog, who just got passed by Momonas there as we go through these corners. Momonas and Arrow Frog only have 1 more lap after this one to be able to pass Big Dog, as the lead is slowly diminishing. Big Dogs is slowly losing ground. Every move count here is a great move by Arrow Frog there. Some chaos through that hairpin. And now the lead from Big Dogs has definitely been vanished. Arrow Frog is now trying to come up on Big Dogs, and he takes almost first place, but Big Dogs is able to take it back as he gains some more momentum here. Just trying to hang on for the rest of this race. As we enter the final lap, Big Dogs is in first place. Momonas is coming up by storm, and he goes through the drag reduction zone and loses some ground as they go up the booster through the hairpin, and no action there. Momonas is coming up and drafting Big Dog, doing everything he can, but loses some ground there. Big Dog is trying to take the overall win, 2nd win in a row in this season, but it's going to be hard as we have only a half a lap to go. Can Big Dogs be able to take the win? It's looking like it's going to happen, and Momonas takes first place at the last second and steals the win. Congratulations to Momonas, a great move, holding off until the final lap. I can't believe it. Momonas taking the overall win in this race. What an accomplishment for Momonas. Big Dog's coming in at 2nd. He is furious after doing so well in this race. Black Pirates coming in at 3rd place. A podium for him.
Impressive performance. Everything worked out for us in our first victory of the season. Congratulations.
That was so exciting. I can't believe we got this victory. Thank you, guys.
Momonas definitely excited in this race. We'll have to see how he did in the replays to see just how he stole the win right at the last second from Big Dogs, who had the lead for quite a while in this race. Some of the big marbles in this race: Momonas, Black Pirates, Big Dogs, and Sparky, as well as Arrow Frog, were the main marbles who were fighting for the win today. As you can see, right at the beginning of the race, Momonas stalled, allowing a lot of other marbles to pass him right at the beginning of the race. and he had to work his way up through the entirety of the race, and it did pay off, eventually taking the overall win. But that's something to have to keep in mind, that you don't want to be able to stall right at the beginning of the race. Something that Mamonas has learned his lesson in. Luckily, he was able to take the win. Big Dogs was in the lead for the majority of the race. Something happened in the last lap, a good move by Mamonas, allowing him to pass Big Dogs right at the last second. Big Dogs definitely upset with today's performance. Look at this crash that happened between Pink Pearl and Aerofrog. Aerofrog having some unfortunate crashes today through that hairpin. Black Pirate's doing a good job at drafting Mamonas here. Did he come over and take the lead? Yes, he did right there. I believe that's Black Pirates taking the lead from Mamonas. And Black Pirates did do a good job racing today, ending up getting 3rd place. This is his 2nd podium of the season, the first being back in Shanghai. Big Dogs, though, had the lead and the win in his grasp, but he lost it in the last lap, having a hard time dealing with that today after he wanting to have a 2nd win of the season. No marble has won twice in this season so far. Pink Pearl trying to do that right at the beginning of the race, but wasn't able to do it, and she lost a lot of ground, ending up in 6th place. You can see Mamonas and Big Dogs right here battling for 1st place. Big Dogs taking it from Mamonas as we go through these meandering turns. This really was a polarizing track. You have such a fast and sharp hairpin right after the booster, and after that it's a very slow and meandering track. 2 very different types of racing that these marbles had to be good at both if they wanted to be able to win in this race. Like that one right there, Aerofrog taking the lead out of that hairpin, but I guess he's not as good on the meandering hairpins, which is he's going to have some work on. And here's the final pass by Mamonas, taking the lead right within the last 2 corners, only like 2 seconds before the finish line. As you can see, Big Dog's trying to take it back at the last second. He almost had it, but didn't quite get it. And now it's time to look at the full results. Mamonas is in 1st place, Big Dogs is in 2nd, which is not what he wanted to be in, but at least he did get the fastest lap, which gives him another point. Black Pirates is in 3rd place, Aerofrog is in 4th, Loose Wheel in 5th, Pink Pearl is in 6th place, Night River's in 6th. You can see all these big names in these series today are up in these top marbles. And now here are the full results. Big Dogs has taken the lead from Pink Pearl with Loose Wheel in 3rd place. Big Dogs has 72 points, Pink Pearl in 68. Loose Wheel has 61. Aerofrog is down with 60 points. And Mamonas is still in 8th place. Even though he got 1st place, he has not made it up any ground in the overall standings. Congratulations to Mamonas for getting 1st place, Big Dogs in 2nd, and Black Pirates in 3rd place. An amazing race today with a steal of a win from Mamonas from Big Dogs. Big Dogs pouting on 2nd place, but at least he got the overall lead in the standings. Will he be able to keep it in the last 3 races of this season? We'll have to wait and see. Also, don't forget to go and check out the new Fubeca store, which has all sorts of apparel for all your favorite teams of this series. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below what you think about Mamonas' amazing performance today. I'm Jeremiah, signing off, and until next time, this has been Fubeca's Marble Runs. Good day, everyone.